All right, friends, so this is down in the back of my garden where I put pieces from, like when I make beds, I just put the soil here with the grass. I call it my compost area. So it's just grass, dirt from the ground, and I do not put any food in here. So it breaks down over the period, and this year I discovered how good it is. There's some weeds over there, but that's okay. But I want to show you something I just discovered. My sweet neighbor friend was down and she said, oh wow, you have a mulberry, I think it is, tree. I said, really? Look at this. She's like, I can't believe you have this down behind here, because I was telling her I want to get a fruit tree, maybe an apple. And I've had this before, right? And I said, oh, just birds, food for the birds. She's like, no, people eat these. I said, you're kidding me. So I came out here and I came back here and look there. They fell. There's a ton in the ground. So this, look what I just did. I just picked a ton of them. And they're so good. So she was telling me the dark red ones like this, these are, they're ready to eat because they're ripe. And then the red ones are still tart. Let me show you a red one. They're still tart. And then this one here, the pink, those are the young ones that will become red. Then they will turn into this. Friends, I can't believe I have this tree down behind here and did not take advantage of it. I always thought it's some tree to feed the birds, berries or something. I just want to share that with you. And let's come over here. She told me I have raspberry, because there's some stuff that grows between here and they have thorns. But let's take a break here. Look what's that. Look what I have here. I discovered this last year. This is a white rose of Sharon. I don't know where it came from. And this is the section I told you about where we put the wood from when the trees are cut down for whatever reason. We put it here. This is where I was able to fill the vegan garden bed. And then over here, these are raspberry trees, friends, but they're awful. They have a ton of thorns on them, okay? I've been trying to get rid of them and they're just awful. You can see right there, I think that's where the fruit will come from. They're just bad. They just came with the house. I didn't plant them, but I will never plant raspberry with thorns. They're so bad. So anyway, so that's how we were able to fill the vegan garden bed. Look what I got, a ton of mulberry and they're delicious. Surprises there in my garden that I did not know I have. Anyway, so just like in there for a second. We have these snapdragons that reseeded themselves, looking so good. Loving it, friends. So pretty, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And behind here is my planter I did from seeds. All of this were done from seeds, friend. Every single plant in here. Look at my verbena. Oh my goodness, this was my first time doing verbena. And then we have column stalk and more petunias, and I even did some dusty miller behind there. Telling you, I love doing my plants from seed. Love it. But look what's going on here. Pretty mess, but just beautiful, isn't it? Just different colors. Just look at that, friends. This one I did not plant. The only echinacea I planted in here was this one, and this I did in the winter sowing method. These other two, I don't know where they came from. I do not remember planting them. This one I do remember, because I remember when I planted this, there was a snapdragon. Yes, there's a snapdragon in with the echinacea seed, and I just planted them together. And if you look closely in here, you'll see the snapdragon in there. That's why I remember this I did in the winter sowing method. But nevertheless, friends, absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe it. This is one plant, okay? And then this is one plant too. And look how huge it is. Unbelievable. Loving it. Alright friends, let's start with this beautiful canna. Look at that, it's so tall. I think it's probably maybe 6.5 feet tall. Look at that, it's so pretty. Alright friends, on my Mexican sunflower, we have this beautiful monarch. I don't know why I'm whispering. I just think that when the hummingbirds and the butterflies, when they hear us, they just fly away. Look at this, I can't believe it. I'm telling you, whenever I'm in the garden, I always try to keep my phone in my pocket for moments like this. Naturally, I'm not a phone person, but I'm like, oh, let me bring my phone out in case the hummingbird visits. Oh my goodness, this is breathtaking. I'm gonna give it another shot here and just leave it alone because it's flying away. Alright friends, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Look at it flying around. Alright, I just want to make sure I capture this for you. Another beautiful moment in the garden, and I'm just going to let it be. Friends, you may be wondering why am I showing you the sky. I'm gonna zoom in and show you why. And look at this. This is another beautiful moment in the garden, okay? Look at that beautiful spider web. Oh, and look at that. The bird almost hit me. You know why? I'm standing next to the bird fountain. So that was really fast. You see how it just literally went up. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, they're coming for water. Anyway, but here's another beautiful moment. I just saw this and I just had to capture it for you. Let me back away so these birds can get their water. This is where they were trying to come over.